Hi, my name is Madie. I'm a middle school science teacher in central Minnesota. I taught high school science for 13 years and I just transitioned to middle school. So I was introduced to OpenSciEd during my last 2 or 3 years of teaching high school. And when I switched to a new school, I took that knowledge of OpenSciEd with me. But needing to implement it into a middle school classroom, I was really overwhelmed by the amount of prep work that it would take. And so I went to the OpenSciEd Facebook community, and somebody from PASCO actually said PASCO has written the curriculum or rewritten it to incorporate all the sensors and probeware, and that I should contact PASCO. And so from there, I followed up with PASCO, and I met with the rep, and they shared their rewrites of the curriculum, which beautifully incorporated all of the different sensors. So one of the products I've been able to use is the one-way mirror unit, the 6.1. And what's really interesting is that a colleague in my building last year had used 6.1, the one-way mirror unit, and they built the one-way mirror boxes themselves. I went down and showed her the product that PASCO had made for the one-way mirror box, and she was really impressed. And I showed her, the compact little box with the interchangeable mirrors and the little people. And I showed her the light sensor that we used, and she was very impressed with the difference. I've also worked with 8.1, which is the forces unit. And then with the smart carts, the force sensors are built in. And so rather than having to work with digital scales and the spring scales, you're able to take all that data and put it onto your laptop using Sparkvue. And in the pre-made files, it's really good. It's super student friendly. I think it really brings a lot of value to ed tech, in a time where maybe parents and teachers are frustrated with just worksheets on laptops. This really makes your device valuable as like a scientific research tool rather than just a way to electronically submit the paper assignment that you did. PASCO, I also find that the classroom setup and teardown is actually pretty straightforward. It takes a while to read through all of the instructions and understand them, but one of the benefits PASCO has, along with OpenSciEd, is they have videos that are explaining the process of how do I set this up. The instructions are very clear step by step for students, also for teachers and students, along with helpful videos. And they're also editable files when you have it through the portal. So if there are some nuances between, your Chromebook versus your Windows laptop, you're able to modify those. They're not just like a PDF. When we ordered the PASCO supplies, I was a little bit nervous about the amount of equipment that was coming because, I got our list and it was like 40 boxes or something of supplies, which was a little intimidating. What it ended up being is these clear bins that are easy to move around, and pretty much for each grade level, I was able to put it on one rolling, like a wire shelf, and that fit really nice in my classrooms. I just want everybody to have PASCO. It is the best system. It's so easy to work with. It's so fun and very meaningful, and definitely worth the investment in your classroom.